Hello everyone. I'm excited to tell you more about the Marshall County Animal Rescue League. What kind of a person gets involved and starts a backyard animal shelter? Well, it's someone like you. It's someone who loves animals and wants to do as much as they possibly can do for animals and has the opportunity to make a difference in their community. But today I thought maybe they would like something better to look at than just me. So I wanted to tell you this story about this little dog. This is Abigale. Abigale is a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. I didn't know anything about the breed. I just knew that they looked a lot like a little dog that my husband and I had when we were first married. And her name was Bonnie. And Bonnie was the most wonderful dog in the world. And so at the shelter, I would say to them, "Oh, that's a sweet dog. That's a Bonnie dog." That it wasn't the type of dog it was the personality of the dog. So I told them if they ever got a King Charles into the shelter to please call me. Of course, I wouldn't go to buy a dog from a breeder. That's just not who we are. But they did call probably 8 years after I had told them that and said, "Barb, we have your dog here." And sure enough, when I got down to the shelter, I found this King Charles Spaniel. So I want to encourage you all to go to your local shelter and check there first for the type of dog you're wanting. I'm sure that one of these days they're going to get it in. So I have today with me this picture from the episodes in Sally's Backyard, and I want to share one that is the storage area, the only storage area we had. This picture is number 2 in a series of, I'm going to call it Where We've Come From. And if you'll remember when I showed the pictures of the dog houses in Sally's Backyard, each dog had a sheet of metal leaned up against their dog house to give them shade. We also built with this sheet metal what started out to be small pens. You can see that the fencing that was here, this was designed, let's call it designed, that sounds really good, for small puppies, and that didn't work. So we turned it into our storage unit, and this is where we had to keep our dog food, cat food, and litter. A few of the cats were kept here, but primarily the cats were kept in the backyard of Sam and Priscilla Elsteiger with their daughter Jody, and Charlie and Joanne Fry down on Olive Avenue. And the cats, it was such an overwhelming problem that I just really cannot define the number of cats that we were getting in. I'll tell you a story about a man who brought his cats to us in feed bags. This man had several outdoor cats, and of course none were spayed or neutered, so he would bring us cats every 4 months, thinking he was doing a good thing for the animal shelter, who everyone knows an animal shelter needs cats. But we finally talked him into getting his animals spayed or neutered. At this time, we were driving our animals that were adopted to Dr. Spencer's in New Martinsville. And being new at this, we made a lot of mistakes. And one of the things that happened on this very day was we were taking Mr. P's cat to be spayed. And what a mistake. What fools we were. We didn't have them in carriers. We had them in cages in the van, and when we got to the vet's office, we went to take the cats out of the cages and carry them in our arms into the veterinary office. And at that time, I had Mr. P's cat in my arms, and Sissy slammed the van door. And all I could think of was, oh my gosh, I can't lose Mr. P's cat. And the cat was biting me all over. I finally did get into Dr. Spencer's office and get the wounds cleaned, but I had several pretty good cat punctures on my hands. this led to another story because we didn't know what to do. And I didn't want to tell my husband that I had been bitten by a cat. So one of the other volunteers, whose sister was a nurse, got me some antibiotics. I took the antibiotics, the wounds healed, and everything was fine. But it's such a endeavor, it's such a hard job for four women, 2 housewives, a registered nurse, and a school bus driver. We just didn't know what we were doing. I hope you enjoyed today's stories as much as I enjoy telling them. If you do enjoy what we're doing here, remember to like, subscribe, and to hit the notification bell. There, I got it.